Hi, OHIMA members. I am Nurlan Janjua Zaidi, and I'm on the Members Engagement Committee of Ohio. Today's interview is part of a video series we are calling North, South, East, West, where we feature one member from the furthest corner of our state. Today's interview features a member from the South. I would like to welcome Karen Motley, who is from South Point, Ohio. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Noor. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for being a part of our video series. To start off, tell me a little bit about you. Who is Karen Motley?
I'm Karen Motley. I have lived in a small town in Ohio all of my life. I have graduated from Sinclair Community College with my 2-year degree and went on to get my bachelor's degree and then went on to get my master's degree. And all along, I was always like, I'm never going to go back to school once I get through one step. I am married. My husband and I are empty nesters. Our 2 sons are grown up and out of the house. And we are just enjoying life, I think, as an older couple. Is that okay?
Well, that's so good to know about you. Can you share with our listeners what a day in the life is like for you?
Well, I talk about, a day in the life as a chairperson in an HIM program in a community college. Since COVID, we've been working from home. So for the last 2 years, working from home. So I will say that I've dedicated a space in my house for a desk. And I get up in the morning and I act like it's the normal routine. And I get up and take my shower and eat my breakfast and all that. And then I basically get on a computer, which my job involves mostly, being on a computer. And I have 2 parts to my job. As chairperson for HIM, I have administrative duties where I have meetings, with other college administrators, and I meet with students, either students that are coming into the program or students that are in the program, and basically help guide them on their way through the program and onto a great career. So that's one part, that administrative part. And the other part of my job is I'm a teacher, which, entails all the teaching duties, the grading, the working with students through their courses, course development, all that type of thing. So that's kind of my 2 parts of my job. Lots of variety. I really enjoy it.
That's nice to know. What got you interested in the HIM field and how did you get here?
Well, when I graduated from high school, I knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, but I am not I want to touch people or blood, guts, any kind of body fluids. I didn't want to do that. But when I read in the college pamphlet about HIM, it piqued my interest because I would like to know about medical things. But this was more of like organizing data and information and knowing about medical without touching people. So that's what piqued my interest and that got me started.
Oh, that's nice to know again. How do you keep current in your profession? What are your go-to resources? You can say like, these are my go-to resources, like 1, 2, 3, they're easy for me. What are those?
Well, I'd have to say that in my current job, I am surrounded by a group of wonderful, just people faculty, staff that are extra smart and help me through everything. So I have to give a shout out to them because they're a great asset to me and they help me professionally all along the way. And I would say all of the HIM opportunities that OHIMA offers, that AHIMA offers, they help me to stay current in what's going on, in the real world. And then also Sinclair itself offers classes and seminars, things like that to help me to keep current with different softwares and other academic happenings that are going on. So I've kind of got 2 different venues that I have to pay attention to. So that helps me. Just networking is probably one of my biggest assets for keeping current.
I agree. Network help is a biggest help in our community and in our field both. Okay. What is the biggest change you have seen since you have joined the industry, since you started, and How can you compare when you have started and what changes you see now?
Well, I would have to say, you have to keep in mind, I started in this field 42 years ago. Of course, I started when I was 3, so I'm only whatever
Long
now,
time.
But the biggest change is the electronic healthcare record. When I started, you have to remember there was papers, mountains of paper, files and files and files of paper. So with the EHR, it's just amazing now how everyone can simultaneously access medical information in the medical record, the different ways that an EHR can slice and dice that information so everyone can get the information in the format that they need. The remote opportunities it's given different clinicians and actually HIM professionals itself, and the different job opportunities that have come up with that, with that opportunity for the EHR. It's
Mhm.
really changed how you handle your day-to-day functions.
That's a lot of change.
Yes,
Okay. How long you have been a member of OHIMA?
I've been a member of AHIMA the whole time, so for over 40 years. Lifetime member,
That's pretty
lifetime
long
member.
time.
Yes.
Well, we are blessed to have you. Uh, do you think OHIMA has helped you in your career?
Oh, for sure, for sure. AHIMA offers those opportunities like educational opportunities, offers the networking opportunities. OHIMA also is a big advocate for educators in Ohio. They actually coordinate a day every year where all educators can get together, share ideas, share what's going on in the profession. And all along, AHIMA is great. I just think AHIMA is a great resource and a great support for our profession. And I get to know some of what's going on in other states, and OHIMA is very strong, and we are very blessed to have them here for us. Keeps us connected for sure.
For sure. We know our profession is all about change. What advice would you give a colleague or coworker or your students on dealing with so much change?
Um, I would say, just on a personal note, I am one of those people that probably, I don't want to say I resist change, but I am afraid of the effects of change. How about that? And one of the things I think that I'm starting to get better at is when a change comes, not to resist it so much, but to really have the confidence to understand the change, to ask questions, and basically not be afraid to say, I don't understand this, or can someone help me through this? And with that confidence, with those answers, I always know there are others out there asking the same questions, may be afraid to ask. But as we walk through change, if I have the understanding of it, or the understanding why it's occurring, or what it's going to affect, or what it's going to improve, I find that I can handle that change a lot better. And that would be my encouragement to others: is just don't be afraid to ask why and how, and ask those questions.
Mhm. And what I have seen also, like the HIM field is all about ask. Whenever you have a question, ask. Don't get afraid about that one. That's a good
For
one.
sure, for
Okay,
sure.
as we close, if someone were to come up to you and asking about a career in HIM, what would you tell that person? What will be your advice on that?
Well, that because of my position at Sinclair, being in the HIM program, that happens daily. Um, I always start out and say, they always want to know what is HIM. We're such a behind the scenes field that a lot of people aren't familiar with it and what opportunities it has. So I make sure I explain to them it is all about medical, but no blood, guts, no patient contact. And usually those are the people that are going, that's exactly what I want.
Hmm.
I talk to them about, in our profession, attention to detail is so important. It is our job to make sure medical data, financial data, any kind of that kind of data that has to do with the healthcare field, that it maintains accuracy. There's absolute necessity in that accuracy, plus secure. And I just say that is, if that is the type of thing that really wants, that you are interested in, then HIM is your field. I also talk about jobs are plenty. Um, And I can truly say in my position, I get inquiries daily. Do you have graduates that can fill this position? We need these type of people. We need more people. Can you have your students apply? So jobs are plentiful.
Well, that's nice to know. Okay, I want to thank you, Karen, for being here. Advice for your advices, your observation, your expertise for joining us today from the far east sides of the South Ohio point of view. It was pleasure getting to know you and your job and what a daily life routine. Our members will surely enjoy this experience. And I have a request for our members that keep an eye for other stories as we venture to the north, east, and west. I am Nurlanjan Josedi from the Member Engagement Committee, wishing you a fabulous day. Thank you.